Shine Squad. This is a Herbal Hair Talk, and I'm Kanika, founder and CEO of Let Shine Wellness. For years, I have struggled with my own hair and went deep into herbal, holistic care to fix it. That journey turned into Let Shine Wellness, and now into this podcast. So, this is our first episode, and we are kicking it off with honest conversation, real stories, and practical hair wisdom. So, let's dive in. So every brand has people who quietly shape its journey, and Gayatri is one of those people for Let Shine Wellness. She started using our products while she was on her own hair health journey, and she did something I'll always appreciate. She kept it real with us. Her honest feedback, encouragement, and support have helped us refine formulas, improve the experience, and ultimately serve you all better. She's now a friend, a cheerleader, and part of our extended Let Shine family. Gayatri, thank you so much for being here and welcome to Herbal Hair Talk. So let's start from the beginning. Can you share a little bit about you, your hair, and where your journey started?
First of all, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. This is my very, very first podcast as well, let alone social media. I barely have exposure, so I'm really excited to be here. And the reason I am here is because of how much I have enjoyed using Let's Shine products and what it has done to my hair that I even agreed to show my face on screen and vouch for these products. So, your first question about my hair. When I was in my teens, I got an award for my hair, like hair competition. There were things like that. And
Oh,
I could
oh
actually
yeah.
walk on a ramp for my hair. And not quite the length of it, but just the quality. I mean, it was just
Quality of
so
it.
beautiful,
Wow.
bouncy, just full of life, right? Hair was my thing.
I'll ask for those pictures. Yeah, share those pictures with me.
I do. I actually have a picture of talking in the mic when they announced that I was one of the winners. But
Wow.
I have to dig back eons. I don't know. So these are not electronic images. So I have to find them. But anyways, so that those were the days when I was very proud of my hair, and that was one of my assets. And then slowly, of course, as you get older, as you mature, so does your hair. And two teenage boys later, I found that my hair is kind of like not as healthy as it used to be. And then the biggest change that I saw was the graying. The stress or whatever else that's been going on in my life. I just saw that this part of my hair was just always, going faster and graying. And just like everybody else, I went with the box dyes. My mom is in her 60s right now, late 60s, and she's still box dyeing her hair. And, if I left my hair gray, I'd feel like maybe I'm her older sister or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm under pressure to keep my color, hair color dark as well. So I went after these box dyes. I wasn't happy with the results. It was drying or it wasn't staying on, too much work. Then I did a bunch of salon treatments. I would go in, but again, a lot of commitment in terms of time, energy, let alone the money that you shell out for these types of treatments, right? So I did all that. And then one fine day came, and in my mid 40s, I'm a little past my mid 40s right now, and I decided enough is enough. I am not going to, give this hair so much importance, the color of my hair so much importance. I'm going to embrace the graying, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like I really enjoyed growing out my hair, but I wanted it to look not so shocking to me or to the people that I know. So I went in again to one of the best known salons in my town, and I talked with the lead stylist there, and apparently that stylist has won so many awards in New York City, with hair extensions, hair colors, cut everything. So he said he knew exactly what to do with my hair, and I said, please, no damage. I got very little left with my hair now, so I want to save whatever I have. Had a long conversation, drove out about an hour from my house, and then made all these appointments. And for 1 year I went to him, hoping that my hair will even out and I'll have decent quality hair. I'm expecting, if you're coloring my hair, treating my hair, I'm expecting some sort of damage. But after like 3 visits, I was devastated. My hair just became worse than straw. I have never seen my hair like that, ever. When they had tried to strip my hair because they were trying to like even out the gray blending, is what they called. Um, I could see like clumps of my hair coming out even the day of the treatment. And they said that's normal. They're going to take care of it and they'll put products. And they did K18 treatments and whatnot, right? Like, so I just kept giving, here's another 500, here's another 500 for this, that, buy more products. And mind you, this is a salon that was featured on ABC local news because they did gray blending for so many women. Those women came out and spoke about their gray blending, and that's how I decided to go there. And for me to have to commit to that kind of resources, time, effort, money, everything, it meant like I needed the best. Like I was going after something that, because I invested so much in it. And then I was very disappointed, tears and going back to the stylist and telling them how I was feeling and experiencing. Then they would fix me up for the day. They would recolor my hair, blow dry it, put a whole bunch of products. I keep saying no more products because I can't do this at home. They're like, oh, no, this is just a little bit and you don't have to do this at home. It'll be fine. So they did that kind of talking and I continued for about 3 more treatments like that. And then I decided that's it. And then I quit everything. I just tied up my hair and I'm thinking I just have to shave my head or cut off my hair because it's so horrible. And then I got introduced to another hairstylist, a very young lady with a small salon, but very genuine person. My neighbor used to go to her for years and she said, just go to her and try. So then I went to her and she helped me calm down all that nonsense that was going on with my hair. Like she said, let your hair grow out and until then just manage with extra conditioning and just like deposit hair color on your hair versus stripping any more off. And so it got to a point where I chopped and chopped and, I got rid of most of that bad hair. But I still had some and I still didn't know what I was doing with my graying, right? It just wasn't working out for me. Every time I looked in the mirror, I just didn't feel good about myself. And then one day I go to a local exhibition at my local Marriott because there's a jewelry exhibition and I walk around all the stalls and I see this beautiful hair lady, like almost like Rapunzel, but not blonde hair, sitting there, and she had all these hair products. So my friend and
Oh, I
I,
know who you're talking about, I think.
I know my friend and I, we ask about what are these products, and there Kanika is explaining to us about all these, back to my roots, the Ayurvedic products of like henna and her chumpy hair oil and her shampoo bar. Everything sounded too good to be true. But of course, looking at her hair, I just wanted that. So again, I jumped right into it. I didn't know how much of her I could believe or not, but I picked up a few products and she wasn't, I mean, not she, it's you, Kanika. I liked the fact that you weren't pushy about anything. When we asked about the top product, you were very genuine about giving us the chumpy oil as my top product. And then you also suggested that I go with the 2-day hair color for my graying issues. So that's what I got. And that's what my friend bought as well. My friend whose name is also Kanika. So yes, that was my first experience. Chumpy was really great. Like it immediately made my hair feel, it wasn't like too tacky and sticky like most hair oils. So it was easy to, use more often. Washing off was easy and it gave me like really nice results. But I know Chumpy takes a long time to see the actual benefits of the oils and the nutrients and things like that for
Right.
the growth. So now I don't know, Kanika, how long has it been since I've been using your products?
I think we met in September, Octoberish.
Okay, so
Yeah,
about
so
6 months, something like
yeah,
that, a little
just
less than
six
six
months.
months, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I have not looked back. I have not searched for any other products. The hair color was my biggest star because that was my biggest issue for the hair, like my immediate issue. So her hair was, I mean, her products were all very clean. Again, I didn't know how much of that I can believe because there's many products called clean. But then when I used it, my hair immediately showed a lot of shine. That was the first difference that I noticed in that henna process. And then after that, I had to apply the indigo packet, which is the second day. Again, all of this is new to me. I've never done henna. I don't know what indigo is like. And my first experience with indigo was very shocking because I didn't know indigo is not something that
Yeah,
is
that's
easy
because
to
we were
apply.
using the purest form of it. Yeah,
Right.
which we still do. Yes.
Right. So I was all over the place, but I somehow got it on my head and I was amazed at the results that it gave me. It was another story that I felt like, can I keep up with this kind of effort with applying indigo? But I was like, I can't give up because I've looked high and low for products that are natural, that are good for your hair that I can do in my comfort of my own home. And it gives me such beautiful results. Like it was so naturally black, right? Like my natural hair color that I was blown away. And then I was not very pleasant with Kanika when it came to giving her feedback on the products. I'm like, hey, this was difficult to apply. And I was almost going to say, maybe this is not going to work out for me. But then she immediately came back and said, I'll work on something for you. I'll help you out. I'll work on something for you to help with the application. And then we went a couple of tries, 2 or 3 tries. And of course, my hair will not stop growing out. So that's a good
I
thing
must
too.
say you have been very patient, with the process because with coloring is we have to wait. We have to give it that time, when it will start coming off before we do the next application. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate your patience
Yeah,
and
no,
working with
I
us.
was really holding on to everything I got. I'm like, I need to color those grays and I need that product improved. And I just wanted, Kamika, do you have it ready? Do you have it ready? So
And
I
I,
was,
your deadlines have keeping me up, all night. You're like, I need it in 2 weeks. I don't know
yeah,
how. So I'm
yeah.
like,
Like
okay, I
if
gotta
I
work
have
on
to miss that party, it'll be on you because I
it.
couldn't get your color in on time. But
No, I heard
anyways,
you. Yeah.
yeah, no, you did. I think by third try we had, or third or fourth try we had the product, right? Like the very last application that I did about 2 weeks ago, fantastic. I mean, it was very easy to apply. It was almost like magical, and the results were just as good as the first time when I applied. And it was not that easy to apply. And then I've also been using their. By the way, this is a chumpy oil. This, oh, I don't know if it's, where's
Yeah.
my
Just
camera?
keep it
There
in.
we go.
Yeah. You
There
can
we
see
go.
it.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can see it. It's almost halfway done. And then this is my favorite bar. This is the pink. I think it's
Cold
called Pool
party
Party
shampoo.
Shampoo Bar. This is another fantastic product. This was the very first product that made me believe in something because I've never seen a shampoo bar that's not drying for my hair. Because I have very uh, I would say thin, frizzy, curly hair that I try to like blow dry and it becomes wavy like this, and then it's very frizzy. But and I use like all sorts of conditioners, go to Sephora and I kind of go to town in Sephora buying all kinds of things. But this shampoo, travel, no issues. I can travel with a bar and be happy with like shampoo and
Nice.
conditioner.
Shampoo plus conditioner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good product. I really like it. Takes away, it cleanses really well, no residue. I don't need to use any conditioning after that, so it's been fantastic. When I do need a deeper conditioning, so this is her coffee shea butter mask. I use
Deep
this.
brew. Yeah.
Deep
Brew
root, yeah,
powder.
that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I think the sticker kind of vanished, but that's what it's called. This is made to order, so I keep it in fridge and I use it before my hair washes, after the chumpy. And sometimes I use it if I feel like my hair is super dry after the wash. I sometimes take very little and rub it into my hair as well. That also works very well. Um, all in all, I have to say that this has been a very organic experience. At no point did I feel pressured to, you know, say things about your products, Kanika, or not say things about your products. Like even in today for today's podcast, there was no rules, there was no preparation. I'm really just being myself and talking.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
mean, and
I'm very
Kanika,
thankful for
yeah, yeah, no, and so am I. I mean, I think the feeling is mutual that I have this product that I feel like I'll be sticking with for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about hair products anymore. After ruining my hair so much, I was chuckling to myself that, oh my God, like my grandmother's, all that gyan that she used to give me, all that knowledge that she passed on to me. Oh, you have to oil your hair, you have to treat it this way, that way. I've gone everywhere, done everything, went totally into the Western world of like box dyeing, and then I came back
Yeah.
right to my roots, and I'm oiling my hair and using henna. So it's been a really good experience for me, and I'm so in love with your products.
I really appreciate, all the feedback and this amazing review that you shared, Gayatri. But if you can walk us through your wash day from chumpy or no chumpy and all the way to styling, what does that look like for you now?
So that has changed significantly. I had many bottles. prior to coming to your products. I had many bottles. Like, what did I do? I think I applied an overnight mask. Again, these are all products from Sephora. Like, I don't think I have to name those products, but I did an overnight conditioning mask, and then the next one, or I would do castor oil sometimes because it's the thickest oil.
Yeah.
But then I would have a hard time getting it off my hair the next day. Um, and then I would clarifying shampoo, and then a moisturizing shampoo, conditioner, and then a deep conditioner on top of that. And then it's called a hair rinse, a glossing effect hair rinse. I would do that, and then again come out, put my conditioning leave-in conditioner, and then my heat protectant, and then I would blow dry, and I would come out with straw, right? Like straw hair. And I don't know what my hair would have looked like if I didn't do all of that work. And so that was my routine. Very elaborate, very tiring. I've never spent so much time looking at the mirror. Like I've never had that time. And I was just forced to do it. So wash days were a nightmare for me. Um, After I met you and got your products, my ideal wash day, I'm not able to keep up with even a shorter routine, but my ideal wash day would be do chumpy at night. In the morning, I'd like to probably wrap my hair in a warm towel, like wet towel, so it just kind of gets that additional moisturizing. And then, so it's an overnight oiling. I get in the shower, I stand under warm water and try to massage again. And then just this bar. Just this bar. And sometimes I will use a deep conditioning treatment, like every few weeks I will use it. But typically I don't need to. Like this is my, every third day I wash my hair. So this is my just go to after chumpy. I feel like I get enough moisture. And then I come out, I do a leave-in conditioner, do my regular heat protectant, no shine rinse and no other glossing products. I've got nothing else going on. That's it. And then I blow dry and that's it. Voila, everything looks great. And
It
then I
says
just
this
kind of toss. I use the time to toss and toss. And like, really? Really? Yeah.
perfect.
So that's
Yeah.
my routine.
So if we at Leadshine could create one thing just for your rich product or combo or simply weekly plan, what would you ask for first?
Wow. That's I've been so satisfied with everything I have that I didn't think about what else I would want from you. Um, I think something that would help my hair get more nourishment. Apart from the chumpy oil, again, if you're keeping it minimal, I don't really want to add any more products to my routine. But something to help control my frizz and flyaways is another good one because I feel like like even between my washes, right, I have to moisturize my hair. And there is that fine balance because mine's fine hair. It can become too much or too little. So I haven't really found that ideal product where I can moisturize and it looks, nice and fresh without having to wash and do the whole routine once again. So something in that area, I would think I'm looking
Okay,
for.
I guess we
Mhm.
have heard you. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming
Wow.
soon.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I think that was good, sweet and short and sweet. Thank you so much,